Today on Good Morning Maine, details on a shooting incident between family members in Carmel that closed off a portion of a main road on Monday night. Plus, TSA agents found a loaded gun in the baggage of a passenger at the Bangor International Airport yesterday. And we'll hear what certain localities and officials are doing now that federal disaster relief money has been made available in the wake of multiple destructive storms. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith and thank you for tuning in this morning. Let's hit the ground running and get a first check of that forecast with meteorologist Evan Biggs.
All righty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All right, let's get into things this morning. And overall, we're looking pretty quiet out there. We have a few clouds approaching from the northwest and going to the south and east. Overall, we'll see a good amount of sunshine today. Maybe some clouds on and off as well. So overall, we will call it a partly cloudy sky today. So that basically means keep the sunglasses handy. You will want those today with a good amount of sunshine, which will be inhibited with some of the clouds from time to time too. But overall, though, we'll have a good amount of sunshine across the region today thanks to high pressure that's right nearby. So futurecast moving forward, a few clouds, but overall a lot of sunshine. We'll have some more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight through parts of early Thursday morning as well. Otherwise, those we do move forward, though, again, around 5 to 10 mile per hour sustained winds for us today. Then we'll really back things off later on tonight, and the winds looking rather quiet as we head towards tomorrow. So for today, upper 30s, partly cloudy, and then north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle teens, mostly cloudy, the northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, upper 30s warming up, partly cloudy, with a north breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a lot of sunshine throughout the day with some clouds from time to time. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Police have released new details about an incident in Carmel yesterday. Authorities say a man was shot by his teenage son. Just before 4 p.m., Penobscot County Sheriff's deputies were called to the main road in Carmel. When they arrived, they found the victim with a single gunshot wound to the torso. Police seized the gun and took the teen into custody without incident. The investigation is ongoing. A statement says the dangerous situation continues to reveal the ongoing challenges with the current juvenile criminal process, statutes, and mental health system. An Orrington man has been arrested after police say he jumped out of a moving vehicle and later fired shots. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says around 8 last night they got a call about a man who the callers say was intoxicated. They say they had been trying to help him with a ride, but the man jumped out of the moving vehicle. They say when deputies made contact with the man, he was not injured, but he was confrontational. The man had not committed a crime and was allowed to return home, but the sheriff's office says later, while deputies were in the area following up, the man allegedly fired several shots. They returned to his residence and took him into custody. The man has been identified as 23-year-old Braden Nichols of Orrington. He's charged with disorderly conduct and terrorizing. Members of the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office arrested several people during what they're calling a high-risk search yesterday evening. The Sheriff's Office, Special Response Team, and Maine State Police Tactical Team executed that high-risk search warrant around 6 p.m. on the West Etna Road in Etna. Authorities partially shut down the road for some time. Sheriff Troy Morton says several people were detained during the search and no one was injured. The reason for the search is unclear at this time, but we'll update you as we learn more. Moving on now, a man who mutilated and murdered his brother has spoken in court. Justin Butterfield pled guilty yesterday in an Androscoggin County courtroom to killing his brother on Thanksgiving of 2022. Johnny Maffey was in Auburn with new details and the mental health aspects surrounding the case.
Justin Butterfield waived his right to a trial this morning by pleading guilty to killing his brother Gabriel DeMore back in 2022, and the court finds him not criminally responsible by reason of insanity.
All right.
I'm truly sorry for the impact it's had on my family and me and everyone else in the community.
He was given a few different diagnoses, so one of them was delusional disorder, one of them was schizophrenia, and one was a substance-induced psychotic disorder.
Director of the State Forensic Service, Dr. Sarah Miller, was questioned on her evaluation of Butterfield. Dr. Miller stated in the 8 months prior to Thanksgiving 2022, Butterfield was hospitalized 3 times and had clear psychotic symptoms dating back to 2018, including audible hallucinations or hearing things.
He had a belief that his brother, Mr. Dumore, was the Terminator who was there to create the end of the world, essentially, and that Mr. Butterfield was the one who could stop him.
In addition to his substance use, Dr. Miller says Butterfield thought the government was drugging him and did not know he was mentally ill.
We refer to that as a lack of insight.
Which is why Butterfield's former girlfriend, Yesha Provencher, hopes for more mental health resources, calling the situation preventable.
Today was definitely an emotional morning.
Butterfield is now in custody of a state institution indefinitely. Provencher is thankful he's getting the treatment he needs now, but wishes he got help sooner.
I would say if, an individual is presenting the way that Justin had presented in the past, today or tomorrow, because that's happening, we take a little bit of extra time and, we really think about what we're doing before we're releasing these individuals.
Former State Senator John Nutting is helping Provencher advocate for additional awareness, especially for things already in effect like the Progressive Treatment Program.
And the judge also hopes that cases like this can shine a spotlight on a need for more mental health resources globally.
Several $1,000s worth of stolen contractor tools were recovered during a police search at a home in St. Albans Sunday afternoon. The items were reported stolen from a part burglary in the town of Pittsfield. The search warrant was conducted at 13 Gould Lane by the Pittsfield Police Department, along with Maine State Police and the Somerset County Sheriff's Office. According to Pittsfield Police, they are now in the process of returning the stolen tools to those respective owners. Police arrested 55-year-old Richard Tripp for outstanding warrants. They say more charges are pending for other suspects in the case. Some alert TSA officers at the Bangor International Airport kept a loaded gun off of a plane headed for Hawaii. The officers notified Bangor police about a man with a .22 caliber firearm, along with 8 rounds in his bag during morning screening on Monday. It was the first firearm detected at a Maine airport this year. TSA's federal security director for Maine says carelessly traveling with a loaded firearm is a serious public safety concern, considering it could accidentally discharge during a search. The TSA increased the maximum civil penalty for firearms, a firearms violation, to nearly $15,000. The Dexter Regional Airport is getting $140,000 for major infrastructure improvements. Part of the money will be used for a new terminal building. A statement from Congressman Golden says the federal funding will help the airport better meet the needs of both customers and staff. The Dexter Regional Airport was built in 1941 as an auxiliary airport to the former Dow Field in Bangor. The airport continues to serve Maine as a public airport and fueling station. In other news now, legislation seeking to change the way Maine casts its electoral college votes stalled in committee yesterday. The bill would enter Maine in an agreement with other states to cast their electoral college votes for whichever presidential candidate won the national popular vote. The proposal was voted on by the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee, where it did not gather enough support to be reported out as ought to pass.
I do not support the national popular vote in any capacity. Maine is one of 2 states, in addition to Nebraska, that split their electoral votes among congressional districts. I think that's the model that other states should be adopting so that the voice of the people is truly heard. With the national popular vote, it gives away Maine's voice to big cities like New York City, Miami, and big states like California. It really drowns out the voice of the people, and that's why I so strongly oppose it.
Proponents of the bill say they aren't giving up hope on the legislation and will use the time to lobby lawmakers and start counting votes.
This is a nonpartisan issue. We have bipartisan co-sponsorship. Unfortunately, what we saw in committee was a partisan divide where the Democrats support national popular vote, Republicans oppose it. This is about making every vote equal and guaranteeing the candidate with the most votes wins the election. So it's unfortunate that that basic principle of fairness is kind of caught up in the partisan divide right now, but we look forward to the floor vote and bringing this forward.
The bill will now face a vote in the House and Senate to determine its fate. Republican lawmakers say one of their top priorities for this legislative session and beyond is drug addiction treatment, recovery, and education. According to the Maine Drug Data Hub, 607 Maine people died from drug overdoses in 2023 alone. Senator Brad Farron of Norridgewock lost his daughter to an overdose in 2022 and shared his personal story on why he's sponsoring LD 353, which seeks to help with the drug epidemic.
My daughter Haley was one of those 723 in 2022 that passed away from a fentanyl overdose. And at that time, I kind of made a commitment to focus on what I call the three-legged stool, right? Enforcement, education, and then treatment and harm reduction. We want to bury our heads in the sand and think that we won't be impacted. It won't touch our lives. And I'm telling you that it does. And if you haven't been touched by it, you will be.
I think the image you've seen in the past is that Republicans are the party that's only about enforcement, drug enforcement. But I think from this point forward, what you're going to see from the Republican Party is a more holistic approach.
Senator Farron's bill has a work session scheduled for today in the Health and Human Services Committee. All right, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Governor Mills was in Skowhegan yesterday to introduce the Storm Recovery Center and encourage folks to get the help they need after the December storm. But before we take a break, let's take another quick look at that forecast. Today, those clouds are in fact moving in. Partly cloudy though today, plenty of sun as well. I have 37 degrees, so not too chilly. Dropping down to a low of 15 tonight. Still, those clouds are holding on into tomorrow, where it'll be even warmer than today with a high of 39. We'll be right back.
Abbott Elementary is finally back, and this morning on GMA, Cheryl Lee Ralph is here live.
I am thankful. I feel good about it every day.
This morning, Wake Up With
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Only on
Good Morning America.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It's so important to me to work at a place that I believe in.
I love having that one-on-one with our members.
You come to a credit union to work because you actually like helping people.
You get to be a part of really life-changing moments.
We get to guide them through the process of having their dream come true.
It's work that I can really believe in.
Builds a really rewarding professional career.
You can honestly make a difference in people's lives. And that's why I like credit unions.
It's just a wonderful place to work.
Local news weeknights at 6 with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on ABC 7.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
You gotta feel smart. If you wanna look smart, get smart, be smart, think smart, talk smart, get smart. You are smart, smarty pants.
You gotta unleash the power.
Woo! This week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
The Somerset County Disaster Recovery Center officially opened yesterday in Skowhegan with the goal of helping those impacted by the December 18th storm. This comes on the heels of President Biden granting Governor Mills's request for a federal disaster declaration. Our Doug Banks has the story.
Swallow your pride. You deserve it. We're trying to help get everybody back on track.
Located at 4 County Drive in Skowhegan, the Somerset County Disaster Recovery Center will be run by the state of Maine and FEMA.
What we look at is people who are insured and what may be damages beyond that, or if they're underinsured.
On Tuesday, Governor Mills met with state and federal officials who urged storm-damaged Mainers to apply for the federal assistance for those living in Androscoggin, Franklin, Kennebec, Oxford, and Somerset counties.
We had a similar one open up yesterday in Oxford County, and we're going to look to get the other 3 open in the next couple of days.
The center is open 7 days a week and is not exclusive to Somerset County residents. It will serve as a place for Mainers to learn and apply for assistance programs for homes, understand notice letters, and more. One of the services provided for homeowners is the U.S. Small Businesses Administration's Office of Disaster Recovery, whose work is to bridge the gap between what FEMA and insurance cannot cover.
So we offer that in low-interest loans that are subsidized. So, for example, homeowners can get 2.68% up to $500,000.
Mike Smith of Skowhegan, who retired last week as director of Somerset County EMA, says they received over 700 calls on December 18th, over triple the average per day amount.
It's not just the individual assistance, it's the public assistance side too, to help out the towns, which ultimately helps out the taxpayers and the individuals.
Officials ask that Mainers apply immediately, as the deadline for funding is April 1st. If you're not able to go to Recovery Center in person, that information can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Skowhegan, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Like many coastal communities and beyond, the Belfast waterfront faced significant damage from the January storm surges. Now the city is making plans to not only rebuild, but become more resilient. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
Belfast Harbor is one of many waterfronts dealing with major infrastructure damage from those January storms.
The January storms, was a rude awakening. Like, we need to do this ASAP.
The city says their goal is to not just rebuild, but become more resilient to any future storms.
No current hazard mitigation plan covers the County of Waldo and the City of Belfast.
The plan would cover all public infrastructure as it relates to storm damage and other risks.
It's really about protecting infrastructure and people.
According to the Deputy Economic Development Coordinator, they anticipate millions of dollars in new infrastructure improvements.
Some shore stabilization, some protection for our wastewater treatment plant, which is down on the harbor.
And the goal is to avoid future scenes of destruction like this.
Walk a few feet that way and see the damage for yourself, and it's quite considerable. And this is probably just the beginning.
Some residents say they hope to see the city make more efforts to address the climate crisis.
It's great that we're preparing for the future, but we also need to do what we can to slow down or stop the climate crisis.
City officials say their Climate, Energy and Utilities Committee is leading the project and will take their time to assess the needs of the community and the waterfront.
We have to prioritize, understand our risks, our vulnerabilities, and then prioritize what infrastructure and facilities we want to protect over the next few generations.
In Belfast, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Awareness, treatment, and support of those living with Alzheimer's was a focus yesterday at the State House. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bichard has that story.
Access to early detection and diagnosis has never been more important.
Jill Carney is the director of Maine Public Policy for the Alzheimer's Association. They spent Tuesday meeting with lawmakers and members of the public to raise awareness and support for those living with Alzheimer's, including Tracy Collins, who was first diagnosed with a benign brain tumor when she started having memory problems. She had the tumor removed, but that wasn't enough.
My memory was still not really coming back, and I was having difficulties doing day-to-day things and just memory in general. So I went and got tested because I have a family history, and sure enough, I was diagnosed with early onset.
Carney says the treatments have come a long way in recent years.
I think the tumor maybe was something I was supposed to have so I could find a solution sooner, and so I am taking the Leqembi infusions, and it seems to be helping me, and I'm just trying to live my best health and my best way, and hoping to raise awareness about this cause and the need that, even if you have mild cognitive impairment, you're still able to do things and be useful in the community.
Both Carney and Collins agree increased awareness of the disease is still needed.
I think that there is a stigma with this disease, and if I had cancer or anything else, people would be really open to being supportive because there's a stigma there. It's kind of this thing that's supposed to be a secret, and it's not, it's just another disease.
Carney says the first step is recognizing the warning signs of the disease.
A common warning sign is forgetfulness, short-term memory loss, and it's not just kind of misplacing where your keys are. I do that all the time. It's also having losing the ability to retrace your steps and finding those keys again.
At the State House, I'm Corey Bichard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very important things to watch out for. It's quite common, unfortunately, it seems like. All right, the time now is 6:19. After the break, UMaine held a career fair yesterday, specifically for careers and outdoor recreation. We'll check that out. Plus, we'll have an update on the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer who has been accused of murdering multiple women, one of whom was from Maine. These stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Orono Arcade, your local, affordable destination. We want to provide you with the best experience we can without costing a small fortune. Our ever-popular 9-hole blacklight mini golf course is a huge attraction. Plus, we have the best arcade video games to choose from, including both modern and retro games. We have weeknight specials consisting of... We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. The University of Maine held a career fair for employers looking to hire students in the outdoor recreation industry. Our Matthew Duroncic has the story.
University of Maine students gathered inside Memorial Union on campus to learn about the potential career paths at the 2024 Careers in Outdoor Recreation and Leadership event.
We're hoping to help students make those connections and to figure out what can they do within that industry for summer positions, year-round positions, entry-level positions.
The career fair was hosted by the school's Career Center and Outdoor Leadership Program. Outdoor recreation in Maine is continuing to see growth year over year. Research from Maine Outdoor Brands found the state's recreation economy grew 16.5% from 2021 to 2022, contributing $3.3 billion in revenue while also adding 32,000 jobs.
So there's so many different benefits to being able to work outside. You get to be outside in the resources, and you really get to have a really wonderful connection, not only with the resource itself, but with the other types of people who care about it.
Employers say these opportunities allow students to keep working in the state.
They provide a lot of the different opportunities and building of opportunities for Maine as a whole, the outdoor rec industry as a whole, and the Katahdin region.
Students we spoke to say they're ready to plant their roots in the Pine Tree State.
I'm here to learn more about some opportunities so that I can hopefully stay in Maine after I graduate.
More importantly, it's what the outdoor recreation industry offers that has students gravitating to this field.
Education paired with the outdoors is something that we take for granted. So the more that we can push it and create all these new opportunities, the more we can involve others and provide for our future generations.
In Orono, Matthew Duroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
That looks fun. I love these specified career fairs. I mean, it's perfect for people in a certain field. But also as a heads up, there's a huge career fair coming up at UMaine on the 14th on Valentine's Day. And I think I read in a press release that that's one of the biggest in the state. So if you want to check out a cool career fair, that one's next week. Okay, the time now is 6:23. Let's get a full look at that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. Alrighty, wave heights are not too bad out there at around 4 to 5 feet. No small crowd advisories in effect, at least at this time, no, but the wave heights do remain a little bit active out there along the coast. No clouds overhead right now, though, so it's going to be a very nice day across the region with just a partly cloudy sky. We have high pressure not too far away, keeping the clouds away for the time being, but we will be under a mostly cloudy sky coming up later on tonight. Futurecast showing some nice weather on the way for us today, filled with a partly cloudy sky. We have more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. But as we do head towards tomorrow, though, we will get a lot of the clouds out of here, so we'll be partly cloudy again. But some clouds and maybe some areas of dense fog on the way as we head towards later on Thursday night and the parts of the day on Friday. As for the winds, though, not too bad at around 10 to 15 miles per hour along the coast. The winds really back off coming up later on tonight, and the winds very relaxed as we head towards the daytime tomorrow as well. I haven't seen a map like this for a while, but the wind's finally looking to relax as we do move forward. As our average high temperature is 29 degrees, upper 30s today and tomorrow, lower 40s for your Friday, upper 40s for your Saturday. We're back in the mid-40s Sunday, and then cooling off, upper 30s Monday and mid-30s again as we head towards your Tuesday. For today, upper 30s under a partly cloudy sky, and the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle teens, mostly cloudy, and the northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, upper 30s and a partly cloudy sky, and the north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at extended forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Will be mostly cloudy on Friday with highs in the low 40s, upper 40s Saturday with a small chance for rain, and mostly cloudy on Sunday with highs in the mid 40s.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Center Theater, Guilford Hardware, Kimball Insurance, McCusick Petroleum, Piscataquis County Collision, and Rowell's Garage and Car Wash.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Accused Long Island serial killer Rex Heuermann's lawyer arrives for a court conference on Tuesday. Michael Brown is meeting with the judge and prosecutors. His client, Heuermann, entering the courtroom through a connecting tunnel away from cameras. Heuermann is accused of murdering 4 sex workers in their 20s who were found dead, wrapped in a burlap sack on or near Gilgo Beach on Long Island. 22-year-old Megan Waterman of Scarborough was one of the victims. Heuermann has pleaded not guilty to all counts. A staggering corruption scandal unfolds in New York with 70 employees arrested in a historic bribery takedown. ABC's Kimberly Richardson has more.
There are nearly 100 dots on this board right here.
U.S. Attorney Damian Williams says represents NYCHA complexes in the 5 boroughs. There are 335 where classic pay-to-play schemes were the norm. Officials maintain these current and former employees allegedly used their jobs to line their pockets with money through backdoor deals. Here at the walled houses in the East Village, Assistant Super Danny Muniz allegedly took home $3,000 in cash. Lillian has lived here for nearly 5 decades.
There's a lot of things that's going on and they don't care.
The alleged activity dates back to 2013, but this morning their house of cards came crashing down. Law enforcement arrested 66 people in 6 states. A total of 70 are named in the complaint. Authorities maintain the defendants used their power as supers and assistant supers to exploit the no-bid process, or so-called micro purchases, for jobs under $10,000, things like plumbing and window repairs. But according to court documents, before a contractor could get the job or be paid for doing the work, they would have to give that NYCHA employee a cut.
And many contractors paid these bribes because if they didn't, the defendants would give these jobs to someone else.
Officials point out NYCHA has recently been in the hot seat. In 2021 and the following year, the City Department of Investigation made recommendations after it found problems with contractors at city complexes in Brooklyn.
There were reforms made to the micro purchase process. They, in our view, did not go far enough, and I think the fact that we're here today shows that they did not go far enough.
All right, moving on now. In a first-of-its-kind conviction, the mother of the school shooter who killed 4 students in Michigan found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. 15-year-old Ethan Crumbley shot 10 students and a teacher in the November 2021 shooting at Oxford High School. Prosecutors argued his mother, Jennifer, was grossly negligent when she did not notify the school that her family had guns at home. Jurors reaching a verdict on Tuesday on their second day of deliberations. School officials became concerned when they found Ethan drawing violent images in class. His parents came to the school but did not take him home. Then later that same day, he pulled one of his family's guns from his backpack to commit the shooting. Officials pointing out his mother was the last adult to have possession of the gun. Jennifer expressed to jurors that it was her husband's duty to keep track of the gun, also saying she saw no signs of distress in her son. In Ethan's journal found by police, he wrote that he had no help from his parents for his mental issues. Another court case involving former President Donald Trump is likely to end with the Supreme Court. This week, the highest court in the land will hear arguments on whether Trump can be barred from the presidential ballot in some states. And now, his legal team is appealing another ruling that states Trump does not have presidential immunity in his election interference case. Fox's Rebecca Castor reports.
It's a major legal blow for Donald Trump. A federal appeals court ruled he does not have presidential immunity over his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. The court rejecting Trump's argument that his actions while president could never be prosecuted.
What former President Trump was advancing was a sweeping and unprecedented claim of immunity. And it's not surprising that this panel rejected it.
In its decision, the court calls the former president a current citizen, writing any executive immunity that may have protected him while he served as president no longer protects him against this. Trump's campaign is already firing back, sharing in a statement, without complete immunity, a president would not be able to properly function.
Extreme Democrats will stop at nothing in attempt to prevent President Donald Trump from returning to the White House.
Trump's alleged involvement in events on January 6th has already gotten him thrown off the ballots in Colorado and Maine. The Supreme Court will hear arguments on this Thursday, while the former president's GOP colleagues are pushing a resolution that states Trump did not engage in insurrection.
The protesters who were present in the Capitol building did so of their own volition. They were not encouraged, and they were not led by the president to take any such actions other than to peacefully protest.
Trump's team plans to appeal this latest ruling, holding up the former president's trial from starting in D.C. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
And of course, this case will affect the state of Maine directly. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, we'll hear from a group of volunteers in the Liberty-Montville area who are fundraising in order to save a local mountain from development. This and more right after the break.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Central Maine Denture, Corinth Auto Parts, Greenway Equipment Sales, Katahdin Trust Company, Maine Collision Center, and Smokey's Barbecue.
At Warren Financial, your financial goals are our priority. Your financial plan may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy. That's why the financial planner you choose is so important.
Plan your future with Warren Financial. Visit warrenfinancialplan.com or call 573-1825.
Your trusted partner in wealth management.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith, and today is Wednesday, February 7th, 2023. Oh my gosh, it's not 2023, it's 2024. It's 2024, and today is National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. So if you need a dinner idea, you need to remember what year it is. I have your back for one of those things. I'd say this is a perfect one, though. I had pasta last night, so you know, maybe I was kind of psychic here with the fettuccine thing. Okay, moving on. On this day in history, in 1795, the 11th Amendment to our Constitution was ratified. We don't hear about this one as much, so just as a reminder, it affirms the power of states. In other words, it says that the U.S. courts cannot hear cases and make decisions against a state if it is sued by a person who lives in another state or country. In 1812, one of the largest earthquakes in U.S. history occurred along the New Madrid fault line. This affected the area then known as the Louisiana Territory and what is now part of Missouri. In 1845, the priceless 2,000-year-old Portland vase on display in a British museum was shattered into more than 80 pieces by a drunken visitor of the museum. It's since been put back together and is still on display. In 1940, Walt Disney's second feature-length movie, Pinocchio, premiered in New York City. I always forget how old some of these Disney classics are, because we all grow up watching them, and it's like, wow, this has been a thing for generations. It's really cool. And in 1962, U.S. President JFK began a blockade of Cuba by banning all Cuban imports and exports. And in 2013, this is a strange one. Mississippi became the last U.S. state to officially abolish slavery. It had ratified the 13th Amendment in 1995, but failed to submit the necessary paperwork. This is one of those where I was like, what year? What year did you just say to me? 1995? 2013? That sounds backwards. Okay, for birthdays today, we have comedian and actor Chris Rock. He's turning 59 today. Actor and producer Ashton Kutcher is 46. And country singer-songwriter Garth Brooks is 62 today. This is either like the second or third day in a row where it's all guys. I'm like, come on. We need a little diversity. We need women up there, but it's okay. These are the most recognizable people of today. Happy birthday to them. Moving right along now, we may have some cloud coverage today, but the sun will still be out, and it's not going to be frigid. It's not too bad out there. So let's get a check of that forecast with meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All right, let's get into things this morning. And overall, we're looking pretty quiet out there. We have a few clouds approaching from the northwest and going to the south and east. Overall, we'll see a good amount of sunshine today. Maybe some clouds on and off as well. So overall, we will call it a partly cloudy sky today. So that basically means keep the sunglasses handy. You will want those today with a good amount of sunshine, which will be inhibitive with some of the clouds from time to time too. But overall, though, we'll have a good amount of sunshine across the region today thanks to high pressure that's right nearby. So futurecast moving forward, a few clouds, but overall a lot of sunshine. We'll have some more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight through parts of early Thursday morning as well. Otherwise, those we do move forward, though, again, around 5 to 10 mile per hour sustained winds for us today. Then we'll really back things off later on tonight, and the winds looking rather quiet as we head towards tomorrow. So for today, upper 30s, partly cloudy, and then north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle teens, mostly cloudy, the northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, upper 30s warming up, partly cloudy, with a north breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a lot of sunshine throughout the day with some clouds from time to time, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Haystack Mountain is a beautiful spot that straddles the towns of Liberty and Montville. It's been used by skiers, hikers, and school children for years. In 2022, a group of volunteers formed Friends of Haystack Mountain and began fundraising in order to purchase the mountain and save it from development. Our Jody Hersey tells us that group is now $45,000 away from its fundraising goal.
On a brisk winter day, friends and outdoor enthusiasts meet up to hike Haystack Mountain, which sits between Liberty and Montville in Waldo County. Martha Piskuskas, Buck O'Haron, and Kathy Roberts are volunteers with Friends of Haystack Mountain, a group fighting to preserve the mountain from development.
This mountain is so well loved and well hiked. It's only a mile hike. It's very family friendly, but also because of the summit. It's clear.
This 57-acre mountain had been previously owned by Allen's Blueberry Freezer Company, which planned to put it up for sale, according to Kathy Roberts.
People want this mountain to exist as is. They don't want commercial development here. They want the opportunity to keep this public access open and to have a place that people can enjoy for generations to come.
Friends of Haystack Mountain set a goal to raise $525,000 through grants, foundations, business support, and donations.
We have a fiscal sponsor, Midcoast Conservancy, which is a local land trust. They will be the stewards of the property once we've raised all this money.
Now, with just $45,000 left to raise, the group is looking to sell winter hats featuring the mountain's logo and collect additional donations in order to reach its goal.
And so the places that we love, now's the time to protect them and do what we can to make sure they're always there.
Those who would like to learn more about Friends of Haystack Mountain can log on to haystackmountainmaine.org. In Montville, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports. We'll be right back.
Come to a credit union to work because you actually like helping people.
You get to be a part of really life-changing moments.
It builds a really rewarding professional career.
And that's why I like credit unions.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the Twos. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You couldn't ask for a better group of people when you're working at a credit union.
When I first started out, everyone was super welcoming.
There's a lot of focus with the community.
It builds a really rewarding professional career. It's just a wonderful place to work.
Plan and build your ideal new home or garage with a customized building package from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start up at the Alfond, where Maine hockey is preparing for a huge weekend. The 7th-ranked Black Bears are back at home hosting the 10th-ranked Providence Friars. In Hockey East standings, Maine is in 3rd with 28 points, and Providence right behind them in 4th with 26. So it's a big 2-game series with playoff seeding and implications, and it will most likely be a sold-out Alfond Arena. Talking to the team on Tuesday, I asked just how do you stay even keel in a game that intense?
The game's the game, you know, like it's no one game is bigger than the next game. You know, and we have to keep our composure, and you know, you make a mistake, recover from a mistake, right? It's the second and the third mistake that usually compounds and it ends up in the back of your nets.
It's like playoff atmosphere. I mean, the Alfond's going to be rocking Friday and Saturday, and so it's just like you just got to stay level, you know, and like as older guys on the team who have been there before, it's like just keeping everybody right at that middle pace. Don't let your highs get too high, your lows get too low. It's a cliche, but it holds true.
All right, we're going to go to some high school wrestling now. Belfast Wrestling has 2 stars that could potentially get that gold medal, and regionals coming up at this weekend, and eventually states their careers are just beginning. Ryan Sudol has more.
We're very fortunate to have them, and the beauty is we've got them for 3 more seasons.
Belfast has a rich history on the wrestling mat, and this year it's 2 freshmen that are the ones turning heads, Zadie Page and Dom Simpson.
Feels pretty powerful that even if you just start new, that you can come in and beat people.
It feels good. I just keep coming to practice and take it one tournament at a time.
Page, who just started wrestling last year, is ranked 1st at Girls 165 statewide. Simpson has nearly 50 wins and is a KVAC champion.
They're coming up here from the middle school program with a high level of technical skill. So we owe that to our middle school program and their coaches.
For Paige, strength has always been there, but technique is something she has especially stepped up in her nearly 25-win season.
I wasn't really good at technique at first, but after showing up and doing that, it's pretty good.
But where she really shines is something you don't find on a scoreboard: her grit.
It's inspirational, it's exciting to see as a coach, and I think it sprinkles off on the rest of the team as well.
Simpson is a veteran of the game at this point, and he's only gotten better at the high school ranks too.
I was always good on my feet, but this year I tried to improve on bottom. Coaches have helped me with that.
You got to have the technique, you got to be savvy with what you're doing, and for somebody that young, he's got obviously a bright future ahead of him.
The ultimate goal for both Page and Simpson is to get on that state finalist board and become a part of history. It's a big deal, especially in a storied program like Belfast.
I've been coming into this high school since youth, and it's just something I wanted to always do.
I'm very excited. I'm just going to go out there and do my best.
That drives them, that motivates them. If they got their names up there on that board, they'd be part of the history here at the school, and that'd be something really special.
In Belfast, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thanks for that, Ryan. Wishing them luck. Let's go to the hardwood now. A big one on Tuesday night. Orono and Old Town, 2 of the top teams in boys B North, facing off in their regular season finales. And this one was too big for any high school gym to hold, so they had to play it at the Pit. So to the University of Maine we go for a game that delivered in all ways it was promised. We're going to pick it up into the second half, real close game. Some great ball movement around the arc by Orono. It ends up with Pierce Walston, and he drills the long-range 3. That puts the Riots up 1. Under 30 to go in the third. Old Town's Emmett Byther out to DJ Francis in the corner. That one goes down. We are tied at 37 after 3. To the fourth, Byther to Tyler Priest in the other corner, and that's good. That puts the Coyotes up 3. But Orono got hot late. Here's Walston into Ben Francis. He goes to the bucket and 1 through the fall. Riots go on a big run to end. They win 59-48. All right, let's do some other scores in basketball. Last week of the regular season, so a lot of big matchups here. Camden Hills over Skowhegan, 58-51. Ellsworth beats MDI and girls, 60-48. Lawrence over Brewer, 69-58. Then Skank beats Machias. They finish unbeaten, just like Ellsworth, 48-43. All right, so let's go to the hockey rink now for some high school hockey as that season winds down as well. We'll pick this game up at Sawyer Arena. It's Hamden Academy hosting Gardner and Waterville and Winslow, that co-op. First period, Broncos with it. Matt Shane takes it down. Look at this beautiful pass to Evan Vevs, but a nice stop from Jack Crocher keeps the game scoreless. But here come those Broncos again. Zach Wilson's going to get it. He shoots, and Lucas Dunn ends up with it, fires a wrister in, and he gets it to go. It's 1-0 Broncos. Then the offense would continue for Hamden. This time it's Keith Brooks going the length of the ice alone with the goalie, makes his move and scores. That's filthy right there. Broncos win this one 8-2. All right, that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million. If you get hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. Just like family, we offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Americans' credit card balances are rising. Fox Business Network's David Asman has that story and more in Fox Means Business.
Americans are swiping themselves into debt. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York says credit card balances jumped to $1.13 trillion last quarter. That's a record. Meanwhile, stocks are trying to claw back to their record levels. The Dow and S&P 500 rose, but closed shy of all-time highs. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq finished up as well. Honda, meanwhile, is recalling around 750,000 vehicles here in the U.S. over a possible airbag issue. Apparently, there is a weight sensor that may crack and short circuit, which could make the bags inflate when they're not supposed to, like if a child is in the seat. Several Honda and Acura models between the years 2020 and 2022 are part of the recall. And finally, the American Gaming Association says a record 67.8 million Americans will bet $23.1 billion on the Super Bowl this year. That's $7 billion more than they waged last year. That's business. I'm David Asman.
That's a lot of bets. Okay, now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with one final look at our full weather forecast.
All righty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit for your new winter footwear? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All righty, wave heights are not too bad out there at around 4 to 5 feet. No small crowd advisories in effect, at least at this time, no, but the wave heights do remain a little bit active out there along the coast. No clouds overhead right now, though, so it's going to be a very nice day across the region with just a partly cloudy sky. We have high pressure not too far away, keeping the clouds away for the time being, but we will be under a mostly cloudy sky coming up later on tonight. Futurecast showing some nice weather on the way for us today, filled with a partly cloudy sky. We have more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. But as we do head towards tomorrow, though, we will get a lot of the clouds out of here, so we'll be partly cloudy again. But some clouds and maybe some areas of dense fog on the way as we head towards later on Thursday night and the parts of the day on Friday. As for the winds, though, not too bad at around 10 to 15 miles per hour along the coast. The winds really back off coming up later on tonight, and the winds very relaxed as we head towards the daytime tomorrow as well. I haven't seen a map like this for a while, but the wind's finally looking to relax as we do move forward. As our average high temperature is 29 degrees, upper 30s today and tomorrow, lower 40s for your Friday, upper 40s for your Saturday. We're back in the mid-40s Sunday, and then cooling off, upper 30s Monday and mid-30s again as we head towards your Tuesday. For today, upper 30s under a partly cloudy sky, and the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle teens, mostly cloudy, and the northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, upper 30s and a partly cloudy sky, and the north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Will be mostly cloudy on Friday with highs in the low 40s, upper 40s Saturday with a small chance for rain, and mostly cloudy on Sunday with highs in the mid-40s.
Goose River Farm and Meat Store is conveniently located on Route 3 across from Hammond Lumber in Belfast. They have a wide selection of meat and poultry, including beef, pork, lamb, chicken, duck, rabbit, and turkey. Open Tuesday through Saturday.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Brandywine Graphics, Coastal Auto Parts, Complete Tire Service, Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company, Osborne's Plumbing and Heating, and Whitney's Family Supermarket.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority, and with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC7. Here's this week's featured deal.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half-off dining from Fox 22 and ABC7.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Now, Mr. Johnson, let go of your butt.
ABC. Welcome back, slackers. I got cameras all over this joint.
She must be stopped.
You guys missed a lot. Abbott Elementary returns tonight, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Police officers in Missouri respond to an intrusion alarm. The Liberty, Missouri Police Department shared body cam video of what happened. It turns out the home intruder was a squirrel. At least one officer became startled just before he started laughing. Police did not say exactly how the situation was resolved, but they did share a wanted poster of the intruder, who, according to them, is named Rocky. Liberty is about 15 miles northeast of Kansas City, and I wonder, wanted, so I wonder if they helped get him out of the house, or they just let the poor homeowners know, you got a rodent in your house upon your arrival home. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Okay, Good Morning America is next on ABC7. You can stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22. And if you missed anything, you can head to foxbangor.com. Have a great day.